It is our first track and field preseason show here. Monica Stevens, head coach, is with me. I'm SID John Kelly Jr. And, Monica, this program was set to go last year, but because of COVID, there was no track and field season. But now you have a track and field season. You got several returning runners from your cross country squad on the men's side that are very, very good. And you got to be excited to get this thing going.
Yes, I am. I have a senior that has graduated and chose to come back because he didn't get that experience. When he first came to Monroe, we only had a cross country team. And so last year would have been his first indoor and his last year to compete, but he didn't get that opportunity. So to market him and get those coaches to realize that he is legitimate, it wasn't a fluke, you know, it's a challenge. So he kind of had to return to get, more viable options to continue his education next year. So we're hoping to see what happened. Part of the issue is, for track and field, like we were shut down completely. It wasn't just Monroe College. It was literally no place to practice indoor because the armory became a COVID testing site. So all of a sudden you had a place to practice and keep in shape, and all of a sudden there was no place to practice at all. So then it was outdoor season, and by then we were in the throes of COVID-19, and a lot of parents were anxious about even letting their kids travel on the train to come to practice or whatever, because I have a young squad, and so that became problematic. So I am looking forward to this year. Hopefully we can get the word out through PSAL, the Catholic high schools, the schools in New Jersey and Connecticut, maybe even Pennsylvania, that we are here, we are relevant, and we are ready to compete.
Joined here by head coach Monica Stevens of the Monroe Express Track and Field Squad. Their first ever season begins at the Wagner College Invitational this Friday, and obviously the runners looking forward to it. Monica, you have one runner on this track squad that had a heck of a cross-country season. So for us fans, would be excited to see what he does in the track and field season. And Wayne Stevenson, 3 top 10 finishes. He began his career 8th, and obviously, as you smile right now, that was a single season record he set. It's got to be fun to watch him here in track and field. It'll be interesting to see him compete and how he transitions.
Yes, it's going to be fun because one thing that I'm really proud of is the chemistry that the team has, and the fact that they are for each other and they support each other. So Wayne, actually, his training partner, Roma, they support each other, and they're really gelling well at practice. So I'm anxious to see what's going to happen with Jeremiah, Wayne, and Roma. That group trains together. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I'm looking forward to having a 4x8. And the sprinters, they already know about the 4x4, but I'm looking forward to having a middle distance relay. I'm looking forward to having a DMR. As the distance gets higher, the competition gets a lot steeper. So I'm looking to see what happens. Looking forward to see what happens and see if we can qualify nationals in all of the relays and maybe some individuals also.
Joined here by head coach Monica Stevens of the track and field program. A lot of interesting meets. You got a chance to compete in the John Thomas Terrier Classic. And when I was putting up your schedule yesterday, a lot of history surrounding that at Boston University. And, on another point, your squad really competed against NCAA schools. They performed very well. To be at BU to try that should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, so that's the thing with track and field. Track and field is all about time. So it doesn't matter if you're Division 1, if you're Division 2, or if you're Division 3. It doesn't matter if you're a junior college or if you're a 4-year college. What matters is the time that is clocked, right? So when we go to track meets, a lot of track meets we have to get an invitation to because we are a junior college, and a lot of the meets are catered to 4-year colleges. But because of the fact that I have a history in New York City, and my former coach, who is the coach at the Mustangs, also has a history in New York City, it's easy to make that phone call and say, hey, can you invite us to the meet? And so far, we've had nothing but positive results from that. So when we go to the track meets, you enter a time. And as long as your time is competitive with other schools, that's how they seed you. They put you in races according to your times. And so it doesn't matter that you're a junior college or you're a four-year college. So, and a lot of people don't realize that. So they come to the track meets expecting us to be running against junior colleges only. And then you see us in a meet with Harvard or Yale or Stanford or Fordham or even NYU or Lehman College or St. John's, right? The local schools. But all that matters is that when you get in that race, you're able to perform and you're able to produce. And then once the word gets out that we are viable contenders, then I won't have to be invited to those meets anymore. The invitation will automatically go out, and that's what I'm hoping for.
Monica, I know you have a practice before the first meet. Thank you for joining us. Always enthusiastic. A lot of fun being around the cross country team. Look forward to it with the track and field squad. Indoor, obviously, starting then as we get to outdoor in the spring.
Okay, thank you, John.